Hi Stampers, it's Elizabeth from stampscrapandmore.com and welcome to a Sunday share. It's kind of late Sunday evening, but I wanted to share this card with you. Yesterday was club day. It was the first club of the month, and one of the cards we made uses the seasonal tags, framelits, and the seasonal Chums stamp set. I can't show you that card yet because there's still another club to go at the end of the month, and I don't like to share the cards until both groups have made them. But I wanted to share with you another card using the seasonal Chums. This is such a fun stamp set. It's actually a tag stamp set, and so when you die cut it out, it's got a little hook on it where you can put string in for a tag. But it's such a fun set that I wanted to do it for something other than a tag. So I made two samples. This is the first one, and then this is the other sample. And this one, it's finished on the inside with the reindeer. This one is finished on the inside with the snowman. But after I made both cards, I realized, you know what, they should have been opening this way, not this way. So this is how things evolve. So I'm going to make it again, and I really like this card, so we're going to make it so that it flips open this way, and that way you can see the back of the snowman a lot easier. So let's get started. We are using the Under the Mistletoe Designer Series paper, and we're going to adhere that to a piece of the thick Whisper white cardstock, and see that we're going to open it up this way. Now, when I use the Designer Series paper, and because I'm going to be using a framelit, like an oval framelit to cut the center out, I just like to make sure that I've got adhesive down the middle of the Designer Series paper, and that way when you cut the oval out, it's going to be adhered all the way around. It's not going to be loose. Okay, and there we go. And the other framelits that we're going to be using are the layering ovals. So we're going to use the large circle, and the large oval scallop, and then we're going to use the oval that fits inside of it. Okay, we need two of those, and I've already cut them out just to make life a lot easier. We also need, from the seasonal tags, we need two of this snowflake and two of this snowflake, and I've already cut those out as well. So let's stamp the snowman. I didn't put it back in the box. Where did I put the stamp? Because see, I just made the card. Oh, there it is. Oh, Elizabeth, right in front of me. I just made the card, and I realized that I should have done it flipped over the other way, and I quickly wanted to redo it. And I'm just gonna, excellent, I got that down, so I'm gonna put this out of the way. And we're going to be coloring it with a combination of the blender Stampin' Blend pens. We're gonna use the Old Olive, we're gonna use the Cherry Cobbler, we're going to use orange for the carrot, and we're going to use yellow for the bird, and we're going to use some of the blue for shading. In the Stampin' Up, one of the things I love about their Designer Series paper is if you look on the back page, you will see a list of all the colors that coordinate with the Designer Series paper. So in this pack of paper Under the Mistletoe, there is some Old Olive, and that's why I've selected to choose Old Olive to color his scarf and his mitts. This is such a really cute set. It's you have to think of when you see a stamp set and you see its limitations. Well, you think it's limitations, right? But then you realize that, you know, just because it's a tag, and we all love tags at Christmas, right? But you don't have to use it for tag. You can use it for something else. And this is so cute. I'm running out of the old olive. I'm running out of the old olive in the Stampin' Blends. I should get the other one out. And now we're just going to color his hat. I'm going to use the bullet end because it's easier to control, especially on small spaces. The Stampin' Blends have two ends. They've got a bullet end and a brush end. And for spaces like this, I'm going to use the bullet end. And this card is cute because when you open it up, you will see, oh, I missed part of his holly. I missed the holly on his hat. Yeah, this card is so cute because when you open up, you see the inside. And it just has that finished look to it. It's I like cards that have are a little bit different, that are either interactive or when you open them up they have a surprise in them, and this card fits that bill. There's a little rabbit on here, so we're going to color him in crumb cake. And the last thing we're going to do with him, and his nose is in pumpkin pie, because all carrots are pumpkin pie, right? In the orange. And then just to give him a little bit more dimension, I like to take the pool party and add shading to him. So let me just finish this carrot. Okay. And now I'm going to take the really light pool party and the brush end and just sort of under the brim of his hat. You may not even see it. And so just on all the layers, I'm just going to add a little bit of shadowing. Oh, I forgot the bird. The bird we're going to do in yellow. And there's the bird. So he's all cut out. So now here I'm going to get the big shot, and I'm going to cut him out. And I'm also going to cut the front of the card. So because we used these two framelets to make these ovals, I'm going to use this framelit, the plain oval, and cut out the center of the card. I'm going to bring up the big shot and my well-worn plate. And this is probably out of the shot of the camera, but I apologize. I've got a small desk space. Okay, and so there, I've cut this out. And then I'm going to put the framelit. You just have to make sure it's going the right way. This is like such a cute set. I know I keep saying that, but it's great for tags for Christmas and Halloween. As I was doing this card, I thought, oh, you could do this similar card, but change it up the papers and do Halloween. And let me get rid of the big shot. And there we go. There we've got that cut out. And you'll see what I mean by when I say that it's got this little notch here where you could put some ribbon in or some string. But what we're going to do is we're going to match the body up to the mittens. And I'm just going to take bone folder, and then I'm going to trim this excess off. You can use the front as the guide, and that way it matches up. There we go. And here is the card. See how I cut out the front. There we go. So we're going to take the scalloped ovals, and using some Tombow glue, we're going to do dot, 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 and adhere that to the inside. because remember, both the inside and the outside of the card are going to be finished off, right? And there's, because the Tombow glue is liquid, you have some wiggle room to, you've got some time to line it up to make sure that you've got all the edges right, matched up properly. And then the one other thing, before I finish the inside, before I go to the outside, just got a little bit of dirt on there. Before I go to the outside, this is very white, and to me it was too white. If you look at the other cards I made, I actually took the brayer and some pool party, and I just colored the inside of the cardstock a bit, just to give it a little bit more, so it's not so stark, and I don't want to get any on the other side of it. So I'm just going to use this scrap piece of paper, and I'm going to line it down like that. And then I'm going to take the pool party, and I'm going to take just a sponge, the Stampin' Up! sponge brayer, and I'm just going to add some color. And you probably can't even see it, but it just takes a little bit of the starkness off of the card so that it's not right in your face. There we go. Now I'm going to finish the outside of the card, and I'm going to take the other framelit that we cut earlier, and I'm going to do dot, 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 dot all the way around. That's my technical term for using Tombow. And I'm going to add this on to the front, again, lining up the edges, and you'll have some wiggle room or wiggle time to get it into place. Oops, oh, not quite, it wasn't quite dry. There we go. I'm just making sure that it's sealed all the way around. I'm always cleaning off bits and pieces off the inside of my card. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to add the snowman. And we're going to add them to the bottom like that. Isn't he cute? Okay, so we're going to put, again, more Tombow glue, and we're going to actually put the Tombow glue all over the back. So we're going to put it all on the back, make sure you get the hands and you get all the little bits and pieces. And then on the front, you're going to put a little bit of, you're going to put some Tombow glue on the bottom. And that's kind of where it's going to sit, on the bottom of the front here. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to just lay it in like that. And then I'm going to close it. And again, it's the Tombow glue, so you've got a little bit of wiggle room to line up all the edges, line up his hands and his mittens. There we go. He's cute, he's cute, he's cute, he's cute. Now we're going to take the sentiment, and we're going to stamp the sentiment just in here before we put the snowflakes on. I'm going to eyeball it. Merry Christmas. Now we're going to take the snowflakes. So we cut them out earlier, and again, it's using the same, the dies that are in these seasonal tags, and it's using the large and the small. And we're going to put adhesive on all of the points in the snowflake. So you want to make sure that they don't go anywhere. And then we're going to just slide this underneath like that. And we don't want to cover up the Merry Christmas, right? And now we're going to take the top one, and we're going to put some adhesive on all the bits and pieces on the points of the snowflake. And we're going to match up the points. and then adhere it down. Okay, there's the first one done. It's totally easy, right? And now we're going to do the second snowflake. And you're going to put it on all the points. I found it easier to put the snowflakes in on the underneath, and that way you know where the Merry Christmas is. Okay, and now we're going to do the top one. And then that will be the card done. And it's a cute card, and it's so simple. And just match up the points again. And the Tombow glue is great for this because it's forgiving, but when it dries and it's done. So there's your Merry Christmas card. Is it straight? Is it crooked? It's on, there we go. And now for the magic of television, when I open it, ta-da! There's the back of them. Isn't that cute? Let me get rid of their sparkles here from the snowflakes. It's cute, isn't it? Anyhow, thanks for tuning in, and that was Sunday's share for this week. And have a great week, and we'll talk to you again soon. Take care.